You're hitting that not interested.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show me less of this.
Dislike
What
on
an
YouTube.
asshole.
Like
Flagging me. Have you been the one flagging me? I haven't had a video flagged in a while,
I
but
also have a Finsta where I just leave you troll comments.
Nice.
Absolutely.
You're the one who told me, what did that guy say?
I know for a fact she's cheating on you.
What did the guy say? He's like, no one gives a fuck that you can't attract white women. That was you?
Guy. Yeah.
Taking an innocent white man down. Welcome to Playing House, the podcast about keeping your relationship sexy and secure. I am the CEO of Gray Sweats, Kolter.
And I'm Dom, and we're a real couple having a real conversation, inviting you in on the discussion.
On today's episode, getting a cancer scan, sharing our vision for 2024, and increasing intimacy outside of the bedroom. But first, how you doing this week? What's up? What's going on?
This is a big week. This week, we celebrated 9 years of marriage.
Big.
It's huge. You're looking for the button.
Listen, I see in the comments, people love the air horn.
Really?
Dominique hates the air horn so much.
I find it so obnoxious.
So comment air horn in all caps. And while you're at it, buy some merch. Come on, get some merch. Link in bio. Let me recharge before I get charged. We need some more merch.
I mentioned our anniversary. You make it about a mug.
Yeah. Celebrate 9 years by giving us your money.
Has there honestly been a singular comment saying that they enjoy this air
There
horn?
have been several.
Really?
Yes.
On YouTube?
Maybe on the talk. I don't know.
Okay. All right. I hate it, but okay, cool. Yeah, 9 freaking years. 9 years of marriage. And how long were we dating? 5 years?
Like 4.5 years beforehand.
Okay. That's it?
Yeah. Did you want a longer pre-engagement?
In my mind, it was much longer. Well, yeah, our engagement, like from the time we proposed to the time we were married, was a little over a week. So.
Hey, when I know what I want, I know what I want. Also, some people, they're in relationships they're dating for like a decade sometimes.
Yeah. And sometimes they just never get married because they're like, well, we're already technically married.
Sure.
The taxes reflect what they need to reflect. And like, well, why go through this whole...
One of them wants to get married. These long ass relationships where like people are dating for like 9-10 years, sometimes longer. Like one of the people, and it's typically like in a guy-girl relationship, it's typically the girl who's like, I'd really like a ring. I'd really like to get engaged. And the guy's like, well, like it's all fine. We're doing okay.
We're technically married anyways.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you really want to get married and the person's not marrying you, eventually you're going to freaking leave if they're not committing or making the commitment that you want of them.
I mean, hopefully. But that's like anytime anyone treats you in a way you don't like, right?
Yeah.
Anytime someone isn't giving you what you need and what you've communicated to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's a difference between like I'm expecting something from my partner and I'm not communicating that.
Right.
I'm an idiot for then getting upset. But if you're communicating things and the other person isn't doing those things, isn't valuing what you value, then like, yeah, maybe it's time to call it quits.
I'm not saying...
I am.
All I'm saying is we hit 9 years. That's all I was
Hey.
trying to say. Yeah, so I'm doing well. Also, I had 5 old hard drives, external hard drives, where I used to, like back in university, I would store my old projects on there. When I started up on YouTube, I saved all my videos there. My mom's wedding footage was stored on there, and they all just like crashed. They all stopped working. And so when my mom was married, 12 years ago?
11
years ago. I thought that footage was gone forever because it was on this damaged hard drive, and you managed to restore
Now they're on
them.
this bad boy. They're on this bad boy right here.
All that just to show that?
Yeah, it's on here.
That you felt the need to get up in the middle of my comments to pull this up just to...
It's nice. It's orange. Now we can't lose it. And it's protected.
So
the cord's making a ton of noise, but like it's all of our stuff, all of our precious memories, and on Dropbox.
So I'm excited because I was able to watch my mom's wedding footage, which she never got to see because again the files got corrupted.
That's crazy, by the way.
Yeah, it's 11
she's
years.
Never seen her wedding video. That's nuts.
So I'm gonna surprise her. She doesn't watch the podcast, so I'm gonna surprise her with the finished cut. And it's great because like my grandma is giving a toast on there. My grandma passed away a few years ago. And my stepfather's brother is there and he's giving a toast. And he passed away a few years ago too. So it's like I got emotional watching it, and I got a sense of comfort too, like hearing my grandma talking and like she was making jokes, and it was just.
Listen, it's been a long ass time. What did she joke about?
She gave.
Oh, you can finally have sex now, I guess.
Well, basically, because she
were there 4 grown daughters in attendance?
She gave the speech, and then you can tell that she was very nervous. And then at the end, she said, "And I wish you 2 kids." And it's like they're both grown ass people who are not gonna have any more kids.
They're pretty old.
So that was a joke. And so it was great to see her like that again, because obviously like she was
Grandma riffing.
She died. So yeah, in a good mood. How you doing?
Are you going to surprise your mom with the footage?
You're not listening today, are you?
I guess not.
I fully said that. I'm going to surprise her with the finished cut.
You did say that.
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, I think while you were getting up to show the orange hard drive.
Yeah, did I mention that this is where the wedding video is right now? Be careful. Don't lose this. You can't lose it. It's orange. You also
said it's on Dropbox, so I'll just use that. But how are you doing?
Oh, well, I guess I'm a little bit distracted because, like, I got a cancer scan this week. Oh, was that yesterday?
Yeah.
What is time anymore? I guess I should give some context. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong. My doctor doesn't think there's anything wrong. It's just like a thing you have to do annually. Mm-hmm. Been in remission for 2.5 years now. Mm. It's fucking stressful. I hate getting scans. They call it scanxiety or scanxiety. I don't know, man.
I assume scanxiety.
I have both. And okay. I mean, I've had like clean scans, obviously, in the last couple of years. But like the first couple, not so clean.
Yeah.
Not so clean. Want to hold my hand?
Yeah.
Okay. It's comforting. Thank you.
That's literally all that I can do.
So this will be the last one. If it's clean, it'll be the last one. Unless like I'm symptomatic.
Okay. I thought you said you have to do it every year.
Well, this is like the last year that I have to do it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like every year for the rest of your life.
No, this particular scan, if you have enough of them, it will give you cancer. That's the irony of getting screened for cancer too often. Get screened for cancer, but what I got is called a PET scan, and so they use nuclear isotopes, and I've had like 8 of them so far, and if you have 25 of them, your chances of getting blood cancer are like an extra 5%, which might seem negligible, but already had cancer twice, don't want it a third time.
Right.
And so it's like a balance between early prevention and also giving you more cancer, which also chemotherapy does and also radiation does. So, you know.
Also the sun does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I just live inside and don't ever go outside. But also like maybe Wi-Fi gives you cancer. Who knows?
Right.
So just trying to not get cancer again. Also trying to find out if I currently have cancer. Probably don't. But it's just like stressful and it's once a year. And like, I feel like I've been better this year, but every single time I go for a scan, 2 weeks ahead of time, I'm like unglued.
Well, what else is there to think about? Rather than like this, it's bigger than a report card, right? It's like, it's literally life or death. It's like telling you where you stand with certain.
Imagine if it was the same thing as a report card. Like at the bottom, they were like, Kolter talks too much in class. Kolter talks too much in the scans.
During scans.
Kolter needs to do better in group projects. Kolter needs to listen more, needs to bring in his homework.
So yeah, obviously the anxiety is understandable. Scanxiety.
I just like, you never know what the results are going to be. And every single time, because you get them online, like it's not even like your doctor, like you get them before your doctor gets them sometimes.
Oh, really? Okay.
And so you're reading these things and you read enough of them and you get pretty good at like discerning what's going on, deciphering everything. And there's this like 2-minute period between getting the email notification that the scan results are in and then deciding, do I want to open this right now or not? Which 100% of the time, I'm fucking opening the scan.
Can you imagine
what?
waiting, especially in Ontario,
I'll give it the weekend.
You have to wait weeks to finally see your doctor.
And then I am furiously scanning the results and looking for particular words like growth and particular. They use a scale to tell you like how metabolically active parts of your body are. And so like they could go from 1 to 5, 5 obviously being, well, I shouldn't say obviously, 5 is the worst, 1 is the best, 3 is like, maybe you got it, maybe you don't. But it's not even definitive because unless they give you a biopsy, they can't tell if it's just like you've got inflammation in a part of your body or like it's cancer. It looks exactly the same. And so then they'll like give their thoughts.
Yeah.
You know? They riff a little bit. They're like, maybe you need to get a biopsy. Maybe it's nothing. And you look like you're getting very emotional right now.
No.
Okay. What results are you hoping for? You're like, I don't know. I want to be surprised. Come on. Come on.
Yeah, keep going.
And then, I mean, you hope at the end that they're like, hey, we don't think it's anything, right? Or it's definitively like there is nothing. But I've had false positives before, and it's frustrating to go in and you're like, well, we've got to do more tests. We've got to come back in 3 months. We got to come back in 6 months. We got to get a biopsy. And so I'm hoping for none of that. But fucking, we'll see. Fingers crossed. Usually takes like 2-3 business days. But we'll see. Got it on Friday. Hopefully by the next recording, we should have this by next episode.
Right. I mean, yeah. Shouldn't take a week.
Yeah. How do you feel in the lead up? You like never really display much emotion. You're always there for me.
Here,
You can't even look at me.
I have learned to keep it to myself because in the heat of things, I've learned that there isn't, and there doesn't need to be room for my emotions and my side of things in this. It's literally about your survival, and it's about surviving the scanxiety and the time between the scan and the results, and it doesn't matter. And I can tell you all the words of encouragement. I can tell you my fears.
Go get him, slugger.
What's the point? And then like when you were in the depth of it all, and people would say you're gonna be fine. You hated that, understandably, right? So I know not to be overly positive, and if I were to sit here and say all my fears, well, what's the point of that too? There's no point in being overly negative. So like, what? It doesn't matter at the end of the day. Let's just fucking survive. That's the goal.
Should we make a bet? Type in the comments. I guess you got to have a dark sense of humor about it.
I mean, you do.
I do have a very dark sense of humor.
At that,
yes. I have a sense of humor about it. So I got the scan, but the day before, so Thursday, went out with Alex. Went out with the bestie, and we mentioned him a couple episodes ago. He referenced that. He's like, hey, I think he was like 1 episode behind. He goes, I was shocked to hear you talking about me. I'm like, why wouldn't I talk about you? That period of time where he was just like during COVID, like fucking going through it.
Yeah.
Where he looked like he aged 10 years, like was not doing well.
Wow. Who wants to hear this about themselves, especially on somebody else's podcast?
I've told him in person before.
Oh my God.
So, you're best friends, right? You're just like, you tell everybody everything.
Awful. Thank you so much.
Well, he's my best friend. I don't necessarily know if I'm his best friend. And honestly, that's okay with me. And I don't want him to confirm. I know he's listening now. Don't confirm or deny. Don't even fucking reference this dude.
The next mailbox is just him giving the end result.
Hey, I like you a lot, but like not a lot. And I've got a different best friend. It's probably Carl. Fucking Carl. And him and I went and saw a movie. And it was nice to see something that wasn't Paw Patrol or what's that Disney? Wish. Which, like, good.
Wish was good.
Paw Patrol fucking sucked, but Wish was great. And it was nice to see, like, something other than a children's movie. So we saw the movie Poor Things with Emma Stone, Willem Dafoe, Mark fucking Ruffalo.
Your favorite.
America's sweetheart. Everybody loves it. Who doesn't like Mark Ruffalo? Guy kills it. I feel like he was cheapened a little bit when he entered the Marvel universe. I've never seen a Marvel movie except Black Panther, but I felt like it cheapened him a little bit. Anyway, it was nice to go out with a friend. That was like healing for me, and I think it was good. It kind of calmed me down a little bit, got me out of the house the day before the scan, so that was good.
All right.
You seem like zapped emotionally.
I've tried to speak several times, and so I've kind of just like let you go. Have you taken like something before, like a coffee, a shot or something?
No, I had a decaf tea.
Okay. Well, you sure it was decaf, bro? You're not taking a breath, so I get off it here. That's great to hear. You enjoyed the movie, and you got to see something other than Paw Patrol. I look forward to doing the same one day. No, you gotta transition. I can't do the transition from cancer. You gotta do that.
Do you have anything else you want to say, though? I don't want to monopolize the mic. No, you don't get to whisper. I'm whispering. Do you have anything else?
I'm going to pause in case you want to keep talking. No.
Time for Family Matters. It's the first episode of 2024. Let's get to your 2024 bingo list. We saw your bingo list, or bingo card, rather, for 2023.
Yeah.
You killed most of it.
Absolutely,
I mean, you're killing it every day.
There are a couple of things that I didn't complete, but at least like got into. So it was like 3 out of 4 things. For example, if I wanted to do 4 date nights, I did 3. So yeah, I'd say I bodied that. Yeah. So we're gonna get into this year's.
Yeah.
Okay. I have it on my computer. Have not printed it out just yet because I'm still building it out. I'll show it to the screen.
I'll get it. You give me a copy. I'll put it up on the video.
Okay. So if you didn't watch last week's episode, where I spoke about my 2023 bingo card, basically, I saw a really dope TikTok where the woman created a bingo card of her resolutions or her goals for the year and kind of gamified what her goals were so that she was ticking off as she was accomplishing them. This year, I'm going to introduce actual prizes so that as I'm ticking these off, I'm rewarding myself. So I'm actually feeling motivated to do these things.
So what are some of the, like I show you, say what you did and then are you going to say the prize for each one or do you have to get a line?
I have to get a line.
You got to get a line.
Yeah. And I don't know the prizes just yet. Okay. I'm going to decide on that. Well, how I'm going to reward myself. Whatever I'm in the mood for.
Got to see what the credit card limit is, eh? We'll go from there.
That too. I'm not going to read all of them because there's also been a huge online discourse around like sharing your vision board and opening it up to public opinion. And yeah, I agree with that.
You're not supposed to do that?
Well, what? Sharing?
Yeah, people don't like that you're sharing vision boards?
Yeah, there's been, like, especially in December when people are starting to build their New Year vision boards. It's like, that's supposed to be something that's very private and that you're manifesting, and I agree with that. I think that I'm comfortable sharing to a point, but a few things, like, they're just for me, and I'm okay with sharing at the end of the year, whether I accomplished it or not, but don't need everybody's opinion on what it is that I'm looking to manifest, right? So the things I am comfortable sharing, I want to have 6 meetings with career mentors and career crushes.
Okay.
So I'm a part of a really cool, like networking collective called Monday Girl.
Yeah, you've been with them for like a year now,
couple
right?
Of years, I think.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got that fun tote?
Yes, I have a tote. I have a hat. I have
probably like a mug.
A few notebooks. Yeah, they're really cute. So that they host monthly meetups and provide a lot of like resources for women in business, women who are building out their careers. And you can book monthly, I think twice a month, you can book a meeting with a career mentor. So people who work, like I had one with an
chick from Google, right?
An executive at Google. Had one with, I guess I've only booked one, but they have like some really high profile people within the network. Mm-hmm. So I want to finally push myself to like attend 6 of those this year, just to start networking in a way where I feel comfortable. And because networking can be such a dirty word, right? And I want to finally feel comfortable and not feel that what's the word I'm looking for when we were talking about it just earlier.
Imposter syndrome. It's also awkward, and like I certainly like you've got like a real job.
What do you have?
Like it's internship, just, bro. It's just like it's a chill sesh. My job is a chill sesh.
Do you feel chill when you do your job?
Oh my God, no. But
so what are you talking about?
I host a radio show. I do this.
Yeah,
you know
that's a lot of work. We went to school for this. It was very expensive.
I wanted to hear you say it. Thanks for that. But networking events, like I don't have like a corporate job, I guess you could say.
Okay.
And so I don't go to a ton of these events. But when I do, I just feel like I just want to like be a wallflower.
Why?
What are you going to introduce yourself? What do you talk about?
Exactly. So I want to get comfortable doing that because especially in my work, like it's about partnerships. It's about finding opportunities. It's about like putting myself out there. I don't know like what's next for me, for example, what's next for my current role. So, being able to shake hands and find those types of opportunities, it starts with putting myself out there. Mm-hmm. I'm going to do that this year.
What's your opener going to be? Pretend we're at a network meeting.
Hello.
Just like that. Hello.
Which leads into I want to. Oh, I took it off of here. But I do want to attend Toastmasters and get better at public speaking.
You've been saying that for
I've been saying it for years, but to finally attend.
You're a great public speaker. I know that like you want to improve, and I get that.
Yeah.
But I've seen you in action hosting events, and I said this. I've said this on the pod before. You fucking kill it.
Thank you.
Who's your friend? Is it Jam Gamble?
Yeah.
What is she? The mic, not Mike Killer.
Mike
Slayer. Yeah.
Slay the mic. Yeah.
You gonna slay the mic this year?
Well, you know what? That's a good point.
Yeah.
That she hosts these workshops. So that's a great point. Yeah. And give a black woman her.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Come on.
That's absolutely true. I also said I want to have confidence in the deep end of the pool. So last year my goal was to learn to swim.
Oh, I thought this was a metaphor for something. No. I mean, literally swimming in the pool. Okay, amazing.
Swim in the deep end. So I got comfortable in the pool. I've started floating. I've started learning the strokes and shit like that. So like to actually take it out into water that's deeper and taller than me.
Yeah,
is the next step.
And then maybe like the ocean, right?
No,
come on,
that moves too much. See, a pool doesn't have currents. I'm not going to some sort of wave pool.
Right.
I'm going to be in a still water pool.
Okay.
With multiple lifeguards.
Sure. Miss me with a water park.
What? Why do those exist?
I don't know. It's just full of tears and piss.
It's
right?
full of bacteria.
Yeah.
It seems like a very easy place to die.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then you see children running around.
Yeah.
Like if I think of Wildwater Kingdom, what is it called now?
I don't even know if it exists anymore.
It has a new name. I don't even know what it's called anymore. Anyways, the huge water park here in Toronto. Went there as a child, and I remember vividly just seeing like the deep end of the wave pool and the waves crashing, and they were why would anyone want to go there and bring children?
But maybe it's kind of like when you go back to, or maybe you don't go back to your elementary school unless your kid goes there. Otherwise, what the fuck are you What are you doing at an elementary school? But when you're in one, like, when our nephew graduated 8th grade, like you go back into this school and it seemed like it was so big when you were a kid. It was your entire world.
Yeah.
And you go there as an adult and you're like, oh my, like this shit's tiny.
And the water fountain's so damn low. You never realize.
It's like ass level.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if it's the same with this giant, like, I don't think I ever went there.
No, like 20 foot. Nonsense. I remember it
20
being
feet.
so high and thinking, how was that fun? And then watching my friends, because they actually knew how to swim, sitting on these stupid little donut things and then being thrown around by this wave. And I'm like, what? And I'm standing at the line where the shallow end. Why are you looking at me like that?
What would you do the whole time?
I'm standing at the line for the shallow end.
Yeah.
And then when, the siren goes off saying like the waves are coming, and I just run.
There's a siren?
There's a siren.
Damn, that's scary as hell. You know what? I'm on your side now.
And then so I'm running, and the current is so hard that it's pulling me back to the line, and I'm just scared for my life. Oh my God, am I going to drift into the deep end?
Yeah.
So of course it took me until I was 32 to learn how to friggin' swim. This is frightening. And also, why are they allowing these little 14-year-old kids to take groups of children in summer camp to these giant ass water parks where the children don't even know how to swim? How did I survive? How?
It's because they already got your money for the week, right? Or for the summer. They're like, that's why we get the parents to pay up front. Because you may not we might have a few less campers by the end of this.
Terrible. Absolutely horrific.
Fishing them out of the pool filter.
It's not funny at all.
Okay, so what's next?
Okay, the final one that I want to share is I want to support 50 women of color in getting their first paid partnerships.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's the number 50. And that's actually inspired.
This is through work, right?
Through work, through any platform available to me at the end of the day. This is inspired by his name is Jermaine. If I find his name, I'll
Jackson?
mention it. But yeah, Jermaine Jackson.
Is he still alive? Is Jermaine?
What are you talking about, Jermaine
I'm not going to look
Jackson?
it up. In the comments, is Jermaine Jackson still alive?
Yes. What? He is a recruiter in Toronto, and they call him the Godfather, the Job Father, I think is what they call him.
I love that. That's great.
Yeah. So every year he sets a new goal, and he's looking to support. Like 1 year was 100 Black people get new jobs.
Wow. And
so that really inspired me. Like, okay, what's my platform, and how can I help people of color? So the goal is 50 women of color getting their first paid partnership. Now that can be like getting a paid UGC post, for
User
example.
generated content.
Thank you. That can be getting featured on a podcast and actually, I don't know. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But it's 50 is a goal.
Okay.
What are yours?
Well, bingo card has more spaces than that. No. Come on, give it to us.
Like I said, I don't want.
You want to keep a few secret.
3 international trips.
Okay.
You mentioned that before. I first had it at 2 because I know I'm going to do 2.
Yeah.
I'm like, push it for 3.
Well, we've got one, I guess next week. Got one next week. Pretty exciting. Going to Hotlanta, baby.
Do.
People, because I had said, like, we got to go to Magic City.
Yeah.
Apparently and allegedly the greatest strip club in the world. They're like, yeah, but get the wings.
Everybody, yeah.
People are more excited for the
Heavy on
wings.
the wings.
Let's see what these wings look like. Magic City,
Well,
Atlanta.
here's what they look like. What do they taste like?
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, I typed in wigs.
Okay.
Probably has more results, honestly. You gonna get your hair done in Atlanta, by the way?
I would love to.
That'd be great, eh?
I would love to. The Atlanta hairdressers just seem to be next level.
Here's a headline. At Atlanta's Magic City, chicken wings cast their own spell. Ah, these look good as fuck.
Look at that.
These look good as fuck. Okay.
So, yeah, that's got to be on our to-do list when we get there.
I'm excited to go. I think because we're flying in Friday from Toronto, flying back on Monday. I guess Sunday night will be our big night.
Wait, listen, we gotta save some of this information. We gotta like do the stuff and then bring it for the next.
Okay,
episode.
okay.
Okay, what's on your to-do list
for
this year?
So I started with the finish line in all of these. I'm like, how do I get there?
Yeah.
And so this year I'm trying to focus more on actions. So in the past, it's been like, I want to put on 15 pounds of muscle. I don't know if that's doable or not. And I also like don't have necessarily control over that. What if I can't go to the gym for a couple of days? What if I get some sort of disease? Like, I don't know.
That can stand for any goal on earth. That could be like, I want to read a book. Well, what if I get a disease? Like,
okay,
that's like a ridiculous thing to say.
I've had a disease before, so I want to go to the gym 3 days a week. That's a big goal for me.
Okay.
I want to have screen-free Saturdays or screen-free Sundays where the majority of the day, phones, I don't know where the phone is. I don't know where the laptop is because I feel like specifically with our daughter, I'm just defaulting to, I need an hour to do something, sit in front of the TV.
Paw Patrol.
Which, like, hey, it is what it is, right?
Absolutely.
But I feel like if I get my shit done throughout the week and I'm more organized,
you won't have to default to that.
I won't have to default to that because then it's like, I don't need an hour to do whatever. I can, and I don't want her to learn that like it's screen time is like the greatest reward, right?
Sure.
Screens are fucking awesome. You're watching this on a screen right now. Or listening and the device has a screen. Unless it's a Google Home, I guess. Anyway. Like, I want to make sure I'm spending more time intentionally with our daughter. Like, she loves coloring. She loves reading books. It's her favorite thing in the world. Play-Doh. She got a Lego set for Christmas. But also, like, getting out of the house. Taking her, we talked about this at our anniversary dinner. Like, taking her to the aquarium, for instance.
I'd love to go to Disney
Going
World.
to Ripley's. Going to Disney. Well, Disney World. I feel like maybe short of getting on a plane.
I'd love
something I can do every single week. But Disney World, Disneyland would be a lot of fun. And then I also had like career goals. And those things are largely out of your control as well. Those things might be the most out of my control.
Well, okay, that's why I put 50 women that I can support. Like, I can't necessarily say I'll make X amount, or I'll get X percent as a bonus or as like my promotion, what have you, because there are so many factors that I can't control. Like, what if we're at a loss that year? What if like somebody's fired? Like, there's so many things. What if I get fired? There's so many things that can happen.
Let's not even speak that into existence, right?
But I can say that if I know that my goal is to help X amount of women do Y, then whatever is built into my goals for the quarter, for the year, what have you, I'm making sure that it all rolls up to that. So there are certain things, like you can't live your life thinking everything is outside of my control, so I can't create goals for myself. Like, you need to understand and identify what is it that I can own. And I think like building muscle mass, for example, that's something you can own. Yeah, there are things that might come up that might, not make that possible. Sure, but you also can't live life in case some shit comes up and stops you.
Can I talk now? It makes you feel like a piece of shit, doesn't it?
No, it does not.
Posting online 5 times a week, like on each platform, setting aside 2 writing periods a week, and setting aside 2 filming periods a week.
That's a big week.
It's a big week, but like I look at my screen time on my phone and I'm like, I got time to do that.
Okay.
How much of my time is spent like, oh, I have a little bit of time here. I got a little bit of time there. Like I'll hop onto, because I got rid of Twitter off my phone.
Yeah.
Fucking Reddit news. That's my new Twitter.
Okay.
And it's like, it's not.
I didn't know that existed.
Yeah, it's like a news tab on Reddit on the app. I guess on the website as well. But I just need to be more intentional with my time. So like 2 90-minute writing periods, 2 realistically 2-hour filming periods. In addition to the podcast, that will allow me to like, I don't have to edit it right then. I don't have to post it right then, but it's taken care of. And then I don't have to worry about like setting up the shot. Cause like that takes a lot of fucking time.
Absolutely.
Right. And so if I can, instead of spending 40 minutes to set up and tear down each time for, let's say 4 videos I want to film, if I can do that all for like 4 videos at a time or break it up into 2 sections or whatever, way better use of my time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then I think it becomes like going to the gym, and I've been doing that for over a year now consistently. I don't even have to really think about it. It's just like, these are the times I go, and I'm already going 3 times a week, to reference my earlier goal. And also a shared goal, if I can share this, is to better plan time together with the 2 of us. And it sounds really like corporate fucking hop into my Google Calendar, but I also think it's the reality of life as full-time working parents who still want to get the most out of the relationship and still feel excited and still grow together while still pursuing creative interests and still having hobbies and friends. Like the reality is you need to set aside this time. And like I felt kind of weird about it at first. And then I realized I'm setting aside time for everything else.
Right.
Why is it weird that I'm intentionally setting like slots in my calendar that we can like have a nice, intimate, romantic evening together? And that's not just sex. I mean, fingers crossed, but it's also like us watching a movie, right? Like going out and doing something, for instance.
Yeah.
So those things. So a lot of it comes down to scheduling, but instead of having these big, I want to feel like this. By the end of the year, I want to have done these things. Like by the end, not even by the end of the week, next week, this is what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What are things I'm in control of?
A work back plan.
Sure.
The end goal. Yeah.
Right? Like getting a promotion, not entirely within my control. Working X amount of hours, producing X amount of content, that is within my control.
Yeah. And that's what I was getting at earlier, right? Like, 'cause there can be a matter of like your company is at a loss that year.
Sure.
That's not necessarily your fault.
100%.
So if they can't afford to pay you more, doesn't matter how above and beyond you went this year, how great you performed. The money doesn't exist.
Yeah. One thing I really liked is that you and I discussed this around the holidays. I'm like, I historically have been kind of a Grinch. I don't like the holidays. I don't like Christmas. And this year, I intentionally embraced it, which I guess is redundant. Not just Christmas, but also like the change of the year. Because I've always said, well, it's just like it's December 31st to January 1st. Like, okay, it's a new year, but like it's the next day. But it also like comes with a feeling, right? And I feel like maybe we're all just like it's mass delusion, or we're all trying to convince ourselves that it's a fresh start. But in a lot of ways, like it kind of is. And so I really like that you and I sat down and were able to like talk about our goals for this year, our individual goals, our collective goals. Like that was fucking awesome.
Yeah. And that's part of it too, right? Like making sure that we as a partnership have transparency so that you understand, like, if I'm looking to support these 50 women, for example, there might be a little bit more time necessary with work to make sure that, like, especially if that's like a side project in addition to my daily job, that's going to require a little bit more time sometimes. And then there are joint goals. Like if we want to get this podcast to a certain place, there's going to be a need to times where there's extra dedication needed for this podcast.
Mm-hmm. Well, even in regards to that, and I'm not going to share absolutely everything on this list, but reaching out every single week to 3 people that I want to collaborate with. Individually, the 2 of us, like, I can't necessarily say I want to have this many collaborations, but what is in my control is reaching out to a certain number of people, producing a certain amount of content, setting aside a certain amount of screen time, doing X amount of activities with my daughter, like us having X amount of time together, to be just like buds, to be a couple, to be, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So all of those things, and I'm really, really excited about those. And this is the first year that I've broken it down into like actionable steps.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's key. That's what I learned from last year's bingo card, that they weren't SMART goals, right? I wasn't specific enough. So when I said learn to swim, okay, well, I technically did learn to swim, but there's still like so much that I need to learn.
Yeah.
So like, what is the marker for having accomplished this? And so by me also saying that I want to float in the ocean, okay, I was able to do that thing and say I have accomplished this goal. So this year is being more specific and measurable with these goals.
That's awesome. I'm really excited for you. I'm excited for me. I'm excited for us. All right, time for Pillow Talk. This week's question: how can we increase our overall intimacy and connection outside of the bedroom?
I mean, it was my question. Why did you read it? You're reading it like you're reading it to me.
Sorry.
It's my question.
Pretend I didn't read that.
How can we increase intimacy outside of the bedroom?
I guess first, and this is different for everybody, right? What does intimacy look like? And when you say intimacy out of the bedroom, I'm assuming you mean like not even non-physical intimacy, but non-sexual intimacy. I think things like, I don't watch any TV unless I'm watching it with you. Because like I just don't have the stick-to-itiveness for television.
Okay.
But I like following a series with you.
Wow, you're so fancy. You don't watch television. Well,
okay, it makes me sound like a douchebag or some elitist cool? Or whatever, but I don't think I'm cool because I never watch anything on TV and I'm always out of the loop. But I'd love to take a 1 or 2 off cooking class with you, like this a sushi making class or something like that.
Shade.
It's not, I don't cook either, but like a sushi making class would be awesome.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Or you've always wanted to do a pottery class. I'd love to do a pottery class with you.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. That's cool.
Going to the gym we went to the gym together today. That was amazing.
Okay, so I'll say this. When I envisioned going to the gym with you, right? I envision like the shit you see on Instagram where it's like couples working out together and spotting each other.
Grinding into each other.
Like if I'm on for a minute, that's your off minute. And then when I'm off, that's your on. So that we're like supporting each other. We're working out together. And then like as soon as we got into the parking lot, we were separated. So it was like,
you ran ahead of me.
Well, okay, you let me out of the car. And then you sat in the car for another like 2 minutes and it's freezing cold and snowing. Yeah, I'm running inside, bro. Are you serious?
20 seconds.
And then I go to stretch. You're off. So I came to you to stretch. And then you're like, deuces, and walked. I'm like, where are you going? You just kept leaving. I'm not chasing this man around this gym.
You were doing full body. I was just doing upper body.
At no point did you attempt to stay. Like when I go with you, I have a car. I can get there.
Okay.
I can go at any time. I'm going with you to spend time with you. But if that's not how you like to go to the gym,
I'll fuck it up at the gym with you. 100%.
But it's also like it's your comfort level. Like, right, if you prefer to do your own thing and not be distracted or have anybody else there, I get that too.
You got time to go this week? You got time to go with me at because I dropped Nia off at daycare at 9?
That's too late.
I get to the gym for 9. Could you do 9:30 one day?
No, I start work at 9.
Okay. Well. Guess that was it for the year, hey? What about you? How do you think we can increase overall intimacy and connection outside of the bedroom?
How do I think we can improve overall intimacy? I was thinking. That's why the mic is away from me.
Your voice is sexy as hell. People want to hear it.
Well,
I want to hear it.
You can't hear me.
I want to hear you more. Get up in my ears.
How can we increase overall intimacy?
Yeah, I like that. Intimacy.
Why did you moan on that?
Intimacy. Heavy on the in.
I think stuff like what we were just discussing, just intentionally doing things together.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like we're often existing in the same room.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because we're trying to do a zillion things, right? You work from home, and I like it's okay. Well, can you take Nia for an hour? I got to do this, and I'll take her for the next hour, and like cleaning the house, and we're trying to we barely eat together because of our working hours are so different. It's hard.
Yeah, and so it's it's being more intentional when we're in the room together.
Mm.
And just like going back to the flirty shit too.
Okay.
It's like we're at the gym together, slap my ass a little bit, make me feel.
I definitely slapped your ass at the gym today.
Like I'm that girl at the gym.
You are that girl. You're that bitch.
I mean, like little stuff like that. So just like when we're at home, even if like I'm working that day and I come down to the kitchen to like put away a dish or whatever, like just take both of us taking a couple of seconds to just like be flirty with each other.
I'm way more handsy than you.
Absolutely.
So is this a message for you?
I mean, yeah, it's a message for both of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to molest me a little bit right now? Come over here. Come over to this side of the desk.
My mic, did you just push my mic into my face?
I got a mic over here.
Telling me to walk away from it.
Come over onto my mic.
You come over here.
I know you fucking love this, by the way. Every single video. One person said each of these clips is just a prologue to them fucking. I know you fucking love this. And they're like, the way he blushes at. I know I'm blushing right now. And something about my pupils.
Yeah, I think it's a matter of if you were looking at something that you're attracted to. This is dusty.
Okay.
You're looking at something that you're attracted to. Your pupils dilate. Dilate means get wider or get smaller.
I think get bigger.
Smaller. Okay, whatever it is.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
I need
to eat.
There's a theory about toes pointing. So when you're facing someone that you like or that you're attracted to, your toes will point towards them.
Well, look at my foot. I see your feet often enough. I know you like that shit too.
And if it's more of like a platonic or what have you interaction, then your foot's going to kind of point away from that person.
Right. Should we take these feet and go elsewhere for a couple of minutes? I see what you're doing over there.
My bra keeps poking out, but it's a cute bra, so I don't mind.
If you've only ever listened to the podcast, by the way, this is a great reason to tune into the YouTube feed. Make sure to subscribe, like, and rate us. I know we're going to get to mailbox in here in a sec, but get them ratings up. You know what I mean? I think we get
like thumbs up.
Well, like rated on podcasts or wherever you listen. I think we've got 3 5-star reviews out of 3 out of 3.
On
Spotify or Apple Podcasts or whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
Smash that subscribe button, baby.
Yeah.
All right, mailbox. This is the portion of the show where we read your comments, questions, concerns. And lately, and I've been loving this, and the feedback's been good as well, we have been playing your voice notes. I saw this this podcast, they have a phone number you can call and you can leave a voicemail.
Oh, that's cool.
That might be easier for people.
Yeah. What's the podcast?
Should we get a... No, fuck that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I tried to support y'all.
If we collab, maybe. We'll see. All right, so this one is from Gabby. Nope. Wrong page. This one is from Gabby.
Hey, Dom and Kolter. Big fan here. Probably your number one. Been around since Dubai days and can arguably state that I am Dominique's number one fan. So thank you both for all the incredible videos that you create. My question for you two is, how do you support each other's success?
We don't. It is a zero-sum game, and it's a fucking competition. I'm taking you down.
I feel like this was an appropriate question because we're talking about having a shared vision. The theme for the week is shared vision. If we have not already announced that, I don't even remember.
Okay.
But we're talking about 2024, the new goals, the shared vision that we have. And so in that, how are we supporting each other? How have we supported each other?
I say this all the time. A win for you is a win for us.
Yeah, you do say that. Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of people, I personally know people, men who feel intimidated when their wives or girlfriends make more money than they do. And that is that's a beta move. right?
Yeah,
That's
like-
beta thinking.
Okay.
You want to be this is turning into an alpha male podcast? All right. What are you bringing to the table? These dudes are so intimidated by their partners making more money than them. I want you to make $1 million a year and fucking retire me. You know how sweet that would be?
No, that's what I need. I
Oh
need
my
you to
God.
retire me with these viral TikToks and viral Instagram reels. Like find a way to retire me. That's the goal. That's the absolute goal. Put my kid in private school. Put me on a yacht somewhere
In a
with
thong,
a life jacket.
shaking an ass.
Thank you.
In Dubai.
But the life jacket is key.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
again, the deep end.
What are you
We
doing
talk
with your
about
feet
wave
down
pools.
there?
I'm
I think you're trying to make something happen.
God.
Love that shit.
But how do we support each other?
Giving each other space.
Oh, I think that is so key. Yeah, like you have your studio space down here. I have my office upstairs. You understand that when the door is closed, it's because I am focused and I need to be alone right now. If you close the door down here, I understand not to come down.
I should get a doorbell.
No,
That'd be fucking sick.
I will not use it. It would purely be decoration.
Our daughter would use it.
She would use it.
Ding, 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 ding.
How do we support each other? I think we're big on like just showing up for each other. So when I was hosting a big event, in
I finally got
December-
invited.
Yeah, and you came.
That was
and you
awesome.
Took photos and like just your presence was a huge support. And you hosted quite a few events last year as well. And being able to come and support you and just like be a face.
Oh,
in
the
the
galas.
crowd.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Being able to be a face in the crowd. I think we're also big on just like being each other's cheerleader. So when you have a new video up, I'm sharing it.
I would hope so.
I mean, not all of them. Some of them you're just like
You're hitting that not
talking about
interested.
me. Yeah, absolutely.
Show me
Like,
less of this.
dislike
What
on
an
YouTube.
asshole.
Like
Flagging me. Have you been the one flagging me? I haven't had a video flagged in a while,
I
but
also have a Finsta where I just leave you troll comments.
Nice.
Absolutely.
you're the one who told me, what did that
I'm
guy
cheating.
say?
I know for a fact she's cheating on you.
What did the guy say? He's like, no one gives a fuck that you can't attract white women. That
Oh,
was you?
guy. Yeah. Yeah.
Taking an
Absolutely.
innocent white man down. Shame on you. There is the picture is of a woman, but it might be like a celebrity. I don't watch TV. I wouldn't know. This person, I forget. I think the username's something like Haley Biebs. I don't think it's actually Haley Bieber.
Okay.
But, and it might not even be Haley Biebs, but it's something like that. And she fucking or this person does not want us to be together.
Okay.
I think
say?
I think this person wants me.
Oh, shout out to you.
And I think that they might want to turn me into a lampshade.
Well, what have they said?
I think it's kind of a fatal attraction thing. I just get the impression they don't like you.
Well, what have they said?
I can't remember anything off the top of my head.
Okay.
But
So that's how we support each other. Thank you for watching.
make sure to like and subscribe and toss us a rating. Just give us something, okay? Buy some fucking merch.
Buy the mug.
The mug
Buy the mug.
is incredible. We need to make some more merch. We'll get on that. I
Yeah,
mentioned
you
that
need more
earlier,
than a
but,
mug. Yeah.
Let us know what kind of merch you want
Ooh.
after you buy the current merch that we have. Come on, give a little to get a little. At Kolter Talks on all platforms, and give us the 9 usernames you have.
At Dom Creates or at Dom.creates. You took a drink like I was going to take a while to say this.
I mean, you have. So if I was, some would say the perfect amount of time to take a drink. And then next week we got a big podcast appearance.
Yes.
I don't know when it's going to finally not air, but it's going to post, but it's Hey There Parenthood. We're very excited. Shout out to Hey There Parenthood and the whole team for flying us to Atlanta.
Woo.
What?
Yeah.
Riding Delta, bitch. Never rode Delta. Is that the one where they sing? One of
I
the
have no
airlines they
idea.
always sing and shit.
I'm familiar with Air Canada. There is no singing there.
No, just misery and lost luggage. That's it. And we're gonna try it. We're gonna try to have a carry-on, and that's it. Wish us luck. Magic City, baby. Anything you want to say before we take off?
Thanks for watching.
Thank you. Love you.